Hello students, I hope you are doing good. Let us discuss the basics of MATLAB. Okay, so let me open the basic MATLAB window. I believe that you have got MATLAB software installed on your computers, and if you have not, you can install it, download it and install it. And if you do not have access to a good computer, you can share the computer with your friend or with your sister, brother, sibling, or any neighbor. So it is a very useful software. We can solve the MATLAB numerical problems using MATLAB software. Basically, there are two windows, command window, and we will have a another window which is called the editor. Okay, and whenever we write anything in this editor, you can see here editor, so we can save it, save as, click on save as, and inside your document you will see when the moment you install MATLAB, a default folder will be created in your documents folder. Okay, so a subfolder will be created in your documents, so you can save here. For example, let's say, call this M file learn basics, learn. Okay, so now this is a M file editor, and we can call it whenever we like to with this name, learn basics. Okay, so now let us just define two variables. Okay, let us say that I have X as the independent variable and Y as the dependent variable. Okay, so now I have some value for X, so we will define an array. Okay, there are different ways to define an array. So 0, 0 0.1 and 1. This is an array. Okay, and now I will define the dependent variable y that depends on x. Now y depends on x, and let us say that y is equal to x square. So in MATLAB, for the square, I will use this syntax. Okay, so now I want to plot these two variables. So I will say plot x comma y. Okay, now I want to see the graph, I want to see x, I want to see y. So I can see this by using this command, which is a triangle, green triangle run command, and there are some other sub options, but I just want to click on this straight away and I want to see my result. Okay, currently it was busy and now it has plotted x along the x-axis, y along the y-axis. This is a parabola. We are aware that this is a parabola y is equal to x square. So let me just change the interval for x. Let me make it from -1 to 1 and let me run it. So now you can see a better parabola, right? Now, if you want to, can you see this line? This line is not very smooth currently. So let me just zoom it in, zoom in, and further zoom in. So you can see it is not very smooth, right? So I want to make it more smooth. So I will make the array at more like, with a small step size. Okay, now this 0.01 is array with step size 0.01. Okay, so now I'm expecting that I will get a better result. So I will say run, and I will see a graph which is smooth. Can you see the smooth curve? Now, if I want to see the output of x and y, Now I am telling you that now because x and y. Now what is the length of x? I want to check how many values are there in this array. Okay, so let us just run. Now this time I do not want the graph, so that is why I have put the percent sign here, and in the command window I will see that now I have 201 data points from -1 till 1 with a step size of 0.01. Now I want to see how does it look like, so I will put the percent sign here. Okay, and I will now generate the x and the y outputs. So I will say x and y square brackets. So I want to see the output, the results. And if I put this sign, comma, even then I will get x and y. So let me see the values for x and y here in the command window. Can you see, students, out of 201 values, I've got 402 values. So if I put the semicolon here instead, I will get two different vectors or two different arrays for x and y. You can see here the first row is for x, the second row is for y, and if I put some at this at the square bracket, I will get the vectors in much better format like this. Okay, now this is x, this thing is x, and this is its square. X is -10, its square is 1, x is minus 0.99. Now how did I get minus 0.99? I said I have got -1 plus 0.01, and then I've got different values from -1 till 1 with a step size of 0.01. Okay, so further 0.01 step from 0.99 is 0.98, and so on with the negative sign and the squares. So this is a very basic example of understanding MATLAB inputs and outputs. The first step is how to define an array. Second step is how to define a function. And the third step is how to define a graph. And the next step is how to check the size. The next step is how to get the output in the command window. Okay, so this is a very trivial step of learning MATLAB. So now my expectation is that you will give me uh, the graphs of two different functions as an assignment. Okay, you will submit it, and then we will, in the next assignment, we will learn how to find the derivative of that function using MATLAB. Okay, so now over to you. I'm expecting that you will soon give me the assignment. Okay, I'm waiting for your assignment. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to install MATLAB. Okay.